following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Coming up on Live at 4, a fire burns a historic cathedral in France. We'll tell you how the world is coming together to help rebuild. Plus, the Macomb City Council meets to discuss next year's fiscal budget. More information on the city's plans for 2020 ahead. And Governor J.B. Pritzker speaks about his proposed tax plan. Learn how Pritzker plans to balance future budgets coming up on Live at 4.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
We begin with news out of Paris. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Devin Brooks. The historic architecture Notre Dame Cathedral caught fire last night. Nearly 400 firefighters helped extinguish the fire earlier today, and it's still unknown what caused the fire. Hottest Gold has more on the most recent condition of the building.
The fire that engulfed much of the famed Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris appears to have been accidental, according to officials. It took fire crews approximately 9 hours to extinguish the flames that threatened to destroy one of the most recognizable buildings in the world.
Everybody's crying. It's very sad because Notre Dame de Paris is the symbol of Paris and the symbol of France.
Gasps from onlookers as its iconic spire toppled. The Interior Minister says it will take approximately 2 days to secure the structure before anyone can be allowed back in to pull more artwork and fully assess the damage. French President Emmanuel Macron vowed that they would rebuild the 850-year-old church and will be launching an international fundraiser. Hundreds of millions of dollars have already been pledged from French billionaires, companies, and nations around the world.
From Strasbourg, the French capital of the European Union, I call on all the 28 member states to take part in this task. The burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral has again made us aware that we are bound by something more important and more profound than treaties.
In Paris, I'm Hottest Gold.
And News 3 spoke to a Kankakee, Illinois native who lives in Paris who's lived in Paris for 19 years. He described his view of Notre Dame in flames.
What we could see of the fire was really coming from the inside. So it was almost better to be further away because you could see the flames. When you were too close, it was kind of hard to see.
Ben also says he's very grateful the cathedral is still standing, and he hopes he continues to see it as an icon that will make its mark for many years to come. In news around the WIU campus, the university will be remembering the lives of 2 students. Western will be honoring Patrick Penrose and Anthony Fillingham at this year's Memorial Tree Planting Ceremony. During this annual event, a tree is planted in memory of the students who passed away this school year. The ceremony will be held next Tuesday at the West Side Lawn of Sherman Hall. Start time for next Tuesday is 4:30 p.m. Well, Governor J.B. Pritzker says his tax plan is the answer to permanently fix the budget deficit in Illinois. He spoke to a crowd of journalists Saturday night in Normal, Illinois, where he said his proposed income tax will put Illinois in a better financial situation.
A fair tax system is the best way for us to make the system fairer for working families, and that's the most important thing to me. But also, right up there, even with that, is answering the question, how do we stabilize our state government?
Pritzker also said his fair tax means those who make more than $250,000 would pay more in taxes, and the other 97% of the state would pay the same in taxes. And also, after Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill last week requiring residents to be at least 21 to purchase tobacco and vaping products, we asked WIU students how they feel about the new bill.
But I think it's a good idea to raise it up to 21. I feel like people don't know the severity of tobacco until it's too late. So I think it's sufficient to have it at 21 years old.
But I think it's just like a good idea in general because tobacco is just so much worse than any other substance really that you can get your hands on.
So a bit of hypocritical, the fact that you can sign your life away forever for a couple of years at the age of 18, but you can't drink or use any tobacco products at the age of 21. So I feel like there's there's some clearing up to do, but me personally, I think it's a good thing to have it at the age of 21.
Illinois is the 8th state to pass such a bill. The law will go into effect July 1st. Well, Macomb residents can expect a delay in some street repairs in order for the city to save money. Monday night, Macomb City Council approved the city's budget for 2019 and 2020 with $27.1 million for the next fiscal year. Aldermen agreed to delay the street projects for Johnson Street and the replacement of the Burlington Road Bridge and instead focus on improving Dudley Street with the Cape Sealing project.
We just need to pick the best projects we can do within the funding we have.
The city's budget does not include any increase in rates for or fees for residents. The next fiscal year starts May 1st. Last week, NEWS3 discussed the layoff at WIU, which left the school's biology department without a crucial employee. Jeff Hilliard was laid off, and he says the botany greenhouse at Western no longer has a full-time manager to take care of the plants. Without proper maintenance, Hilliard says the plants are at risk of dying. Students utilize the greenhouse to study a variety of flowers, trees, succulents, and even conduct research. The university has responded to our request for information about the greenhouse's care. WIU says they're still exploring options to make sure care in the greenhouse continues. And Hilliard says as the care options for the greenhouse are being weighed, the botany greenhouse will continue to open for public viewing. Well, coming up next after the break, what campus organization is celebrating 1 year of keeping students and faculty fed?
National Broadcasting Society helps the future of broadcasting get the tools needed to succeed in an ever-growing media world. At Western Illinois University, the professional connections students bring to our chapter of NBS have opened doors to networking possibilities that students otherwise wouldn't have. The opportunities we are given as students at WIU allow us to make connections today for success tomorrow.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I chose Western Illinois University because I could get involved right away. You're going to gain experience. I'm going to be able to just become successful right out the gate. I'll be a news reporter and eventually become a news anchor one day. I've always felt that as a strong speaker, I could be a voice for the voiceless, but as long as I continue to believe in myself, work hard, and show that I want to put my best foot forward, I think that anything is possible.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back to Live at 4. An organization at WIU aims to fight hunger and promote wellness on campus. NEWS3's Goldburn Reynolds reports on their mission of students feeding students.
The United States Government Accountability Office reports that food insecurity runs high on most college campuses, and that over a third of students don't always have enough to eat. A study last year in the WIU community found that many students here face the same problems of food insecurity and irregular eating schedules. Fighting this issue of student hunger is the WIU Food Pantry and their president, Erin Lee.
There was a need on campus and students were going hungry. And so in the dietetics department, some people in community nutrition want to go fight food insecurity. Dr. Emily Shoup found this space for us to begin opening up the food pantry, and we officially opened March 29th of last year.
In its 1 year of service, the organization's mission of students feeding students is running strong and now serves up to 45 to 60 individuals a week, including WIU administration.
So given the layoffs, we've seen a lot more staff and faculty members utilize our services, but we are here for everyone on campus. And so student, faculty, staff, they get a number and we serve them regardless. We've been helping everyone since the layoffs, and that's what we're here for.
With its home right on Hansen Field, the food pantry will continue to fight hunger. For News 3, I'm Goldburn Reynolds.
The WIU Food Pantry is open Thursdays from noon to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, the WIU Food Pantry is also organizing an event to help students in need. The School Supply Drive is an event where you can donate school supplies for next school year. You can donate school items at various places around campus, including Sherman Hall and Malpass Library. They're accepting donations till May 3rd. Well, there were a lot of man's best friend on campus over the weekend with the 10th annual Donna Phillips 5K and dog walk taking place. News 3's Austin Gillatine has more.
This past weekend, the 10th annual Donna Phillips 5K run and dog walk took place with over 120 participants across the 3 events. The event is in honor of former Western Illinois professor Donna Phillips, with all proceeds going towards a scholarship in her name.
Scholarship is fully funded. I am not aware of how much money is in that. I think we had to be at $25,000 to begin with, and then from within the scholarships, we also have extra donations going to all of our student organizations for travel and conventions and things like that. So we have our athletic training, we have our physical education, we have our exercise science, and our sport management student organizations that reap the benefit from this also.
Everyone is welcome at the event. Even younger members of our community came out and joined in on the fun. How come you wanted to do the run today?
Because I like pets.
Yeah? What's your dog's name?
Casey.
Casey? What kind of dog is it?
Multi-pit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is nice to come to every year, not only to honor Donna and what she's done, but to see former students. There's a lot of students that come to this, and of course I never see them until I come here, so that's a nice part of it too.
You can't have a dog walk without the dogs. There were plenty of our furry friends at the event. They brought plenty of smiles as well as had a great time on the walk. Until next year, for News 3, I'm Austin Gillentine.
That's right. Thank you, Austin Gillatine. Well, coming up next on News 3 Live at 4. Sunday, we were freezing and snow, and today we are in the 70s with sun and clouds in the sky. But tomorrow we will be seeing the potential for severe storms. Storm Team 3's Jared Streeter has more coming up next.
On Tuesday, November 6th, our state will be making some important decisions.
You might think it's not important,
or your vote doesn't matter,
but that's not true.
If you don't know how
or where to register,
visit vote.gov.
Make your voice heard.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I want to be able to stand in front of the camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only people who are directly involved but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
Welcome back, Macomb. Currently outside, it is beautiful out. 74 degrees, humidity relatively low as well, 49% at humidity. 54 is our dew point, winds mild as well, just an all-around beautiful day outside. Average highs this time of year, 63 degrees. As we can all see, it is a little bit higher than that currently outside. Our average low this time of year, low 41. Record high 88 degrees, which we're not too far away from, actually. Right now outside, no surprise here, not a thing in the sky. Again, looking at our clouds, not much going on here over Macomb, but that could potentially change as we start to head into the next couple days. Currently right now, here's our surface map. This low pressure system that we see right here is going to start to move its way up towards the Midwest, and we are going to see that severe storm potential as we start to head into late Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. I'll get to that here in a second. Right now, my apologies. The severe outlook for tomorrow, we are in the slight severe potential area in our area right now, which means that we do have a potential for severe weather. However, with the time that these storms are going to be rolling through, we could have the cooling air of the nighttime kill some of the storms off, which could mean that we're not going to get as severe storms, but there's still a potential that it could be pretty bad. The winds are the key thing to look at with these storms that are heading in. Current temperatures outside, 74 degrees again here in Macomb. Beardstown seeing 77. Quincy almost in the 80s down there of 78 degrees. Tonight we are going to see a low of 57 degrees here in Macomb. Beardstown, low of 58. Quincy seeing a low of 61. As we head into tomorrow, we are going to have a high of 75, which could give us that rising warm air that could feed those storms as we head into the night. But again, the cooler temperatures for tomorrow night, 50 degrees here in Macomb, 53 in Beardstown. Springfield, we are seeing 58 degrees down there as the low. Looking at tonight, it is going to be a beautiful night here in Macomb, 57 degrees with southeast winds at 9 miles an hour. My apologies, the clicker wasn't working quite yet. Tomorrow we are going to see the afternoon thunderstorms until late night into early morning on Thursday. High of 75, winds south-southwest at 16 miles an hour. Looking at our 5-day forecast, there's those storms I've been mentioning for tomorrow night into Thursday morning. We are going to see a potential for some rain as we all wake up and starting our day on Thursday. High is 75 tomorrow, high is 52 on Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday, not a cloud in the sky. 59 degrees on Friday, 68 on Saturday. And then for Easter Sunday, we are going to see a high of 75 and low of 51. So not a bad forecast as we're heading in, just that potential for severe as we head into tomorrow.
Yeah, it is the season for showers and storms, so
Absolutely.
You'll be watching the next couple of days.
Absolutely, which again, I know this has been a big topic about the flooding too, so this could affect the flooding.
And everybody's going to keep an eye on the Easter forecast too.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thanks, Jared.
No problem.
Well, a lot of good news for baseball, right?
Oh yeah, lots of great news. The Western Illinois baseball team stayed hot over the weekend. This and much more coming up next.
I started to think about doing broadcasting my freshman year. I started calling some football games for the freshman football team. My high school didn't really have a broadcasting program like some do, and so a lot of my stuff was just PA for different sports, for basketball, for volleyball. And my mom signed me up for a visit to come to Western on a Discover Western Day. And I walked through the doors of the rec center, and Buzz Hoon shook my hand and said, "Zach Stone, I've seen all your footage, I know who you are, and you belong here." And that's what really makes WIU feel like home.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs.
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh man, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you. Just had a magnetic energy. So I thought, all right, we're definitely gonna be friends.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Why I love to do sports anchoring? Because, it's talking about sports. I decided to come to Western because I wanted an experience that wasn't like some other schools. I did color commentary for one volleyball game. I was terrified. I never did any broadcasting in high school, but when I was talking, it was all, staggered, and I had no idea what I was saying. And now I've done so many different games as a color commentator, play-by-play, now sports anchor. Every show and every game, it gets easier and easier, and I get more comfortable doing it.
The Western Illinois baseball team faced off against Purdue Fort Wayne over the weekend in a 3-game series. Let's take a look at the highlights. Alumni weekend was perfect weather at Alfred D. Boyer Stadium. Top of the first. You can see great weather at Alfred D. Boyer Stadium as things got underway. Dorothy struck out with a runner at third, but the score was 0-0. Fast forward, bottom of the second, with 1 out, 0-0 the count. WIU's Nolan Ard grounds the pitcher, but the pitcher makes an error for the score. Western up 1-0. Fast forward, bottom of the seventh, 1 out, 2-0 count. WIU's Diego Munoz hits an RBI single, and Dion Thompson scores. Western up 3-0 now. Bottom of the seventh, still 1 out, 3-0 pitch underway. WIU's Kevin Racebeck hits an RBI single, and Munoz scores to increase the lead to 4-0 for the Leathernecks. Top eighth, 2 outs, 4-1 WIU. Purdue Fort Wayne's Andrew LaVure walks Garrett Moeller, and he scores. Western is up 4-2, and Western Illinois would go on to beat the Macedons, winning the game 4-2. In the series, by winning 2 out of the 3 games, their next game will be against SIU Edwardsville. Western Illinois University softball team traveled to north of the city over the weekend to take on the University of Illinois Chicago for a 2-game series. The last non-conference matchup for this year started off well for the purple and gold. The Leathernecks ace Emily Ivor was on the mound, and they cruised to an easy 9-4 victory. However, in the second matchup, they were unable to come out victorious and lost by a score of 3-6. Western's next game will be on the road against North Dakota. WIU women's track and field had a dominating performance at the Mizzou Spring Open, including an impressive showing by Belgian junior Beau Brasseur. Our own Colin Miller was able to catch up with her before the University of Iowa meet.
Western Illinois track and field continues to shatter records this season. Beau Brasseur just broke the long jump record and is looking to keep it going.
So before I started, there was a lot of wind, so I had to be careful not to scratch. And then a lot of teammates were cheering me on, so I felt really good. I took off, I landed, and I thought it wasn't that far, and I was shaking my head. I was like, no, it's not far enough. But everyone else was like really excited. They were clapping, and then I got the 6:23, and I don't know, I was just so happy. I jumped into Jasmine Brown's arms, and it was just awesome.
Beau currently owns the indoor and outdoor long jump record for WIU, but that isn't her only goal this year.
This jump, I'm trying to make it to the NCAA first round, and with this jump, it should bring me there, but you never know. So I just try to jump even further.
To her head coach, Diane Woolley, this record wasn't a surprise to her.
I thought it was awesome. She did a great job. You know, she's done really well, good things in practice. She's had some really, really good meets. She had all those really strong performances in the long jump. Indoors, she set the school record twice. So really, really good. We are so pleased to have her back. Just a little background, she was injured last year towards the beginning and just jumped outdoors, but she's really kind of getting back into the groove. She's doing really good things in the long jump.
Woolley says Beau means a lot to the program, on and off the track.
She's a great leader. She's very vocal, very demonstrative, very supportive and encouraging. She's one that leads by example, but then she's also the one that is more than willing to encourage people within their performances. And if, kids aren't taking care of business, she'll be one of the people that'll point out the error of their ways. But she more often than not leads by example, and she's very passionate and very vocal.
For NEWS3, I'm Colin Miller.
Brasseur and the Leathernecks will have a couple more meets before the conference tournament at home. Next up, Western Illinois track and field will return to Mizzou this weekend for the Tom Botts Invitational. The Masters Golf Tournament was held over the weekend, and it was one for the record books. All eyes were on Tiger Woods. He has been on a comeback path the past few years and was looking to earn another major victory. On the last day, Woods came into the tournament behind 2 strokes and made a historic comeback on the back 9 and won his 5th Masters title and his 15th major victory that ranks 2nd all time. People all over the sports world are calling this one of the best comeback stories in all of sports. It's just a testament to how anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Congrats, Tiger. That's sports. Coming up after the break, the Broadcasting and Journalism Department are bringing home some more hardware. More on that next.
I learned broadcasting for 3 years in high school, so towards my senior year, I was pretty much invested in wanting to pursue a career. And I do enjoy it now, but I'm searching for a way to make sure that it's something that I want to pursue after college. That way, I'll be able to wake up every day and say, this is something I want to do, this is something that I love, this is something that I can teach, I can spread, I can affect people with.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Over the weekend, many NEWS3 members and myself attended the Illinois News Broadcasters Association Conference in Normal, Illinois. While we brought home 9 awards and 2 scholarships were awarded to NEWS3 producer Emily Stern and myself. Some awards including Outstanding Radio News Reporting, Outstanding Hard and Soft Television Program, and Outstanding Radio Sports Reporting. Yeah, we had a great time.
Congrats, Devin. You deserve it. Award-winning anchor right here.
Well, we had a great time and we learned a lot, and I think we had a great group of people that went. But what did surprise us and shock us over the weekend was the snow that we woke up to on Sunday. What was that like?
You know, as somebody that watches the weather all the time and keeps track of it, I was surprised. I didn't think that, we were going to have much accumulation on the roads, but then we did, and surprised.
But you're not forecasting snow for this?
No, not at all. Luckily. Looking at tomorrow, again, high 75, and as we head into the late night hours, we are going to see a higher potential for that severe weather and high winds to start moving its way through. Looking at Thursday morning, high 52 on Thursday, and then we are going to have some rain showers as we start to wake up and start moving our day through.
All right. Well, that's all for us today, but we are online all the time. Stay up to date with us, news3wiu.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle, News3WIU. You can also search for us on YouTube and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
From all of us here at News 3, have a great night, Macomb.